What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 27 of my Total Warhammer 3 Boris Ursus and Yerogny Zinoviev campaign. So as we saw last time, Yerogny is moving south to Mount Gunbad and to attack the Moon Howlers to hopefully start building up our territories. In the meantime, Boris has taken out one of the enemy forces, factions, whatever, forces, that was moving around Uzkalak, and I do expect he has more work to do. Igor Bukowski is attacking or sieging Uzkalak, although this should be a pretty easy battle. I'm hoping that we can get an actual fight out of this, however, and that they don't run away. I mean, they have 5 mammoths and 4 skin wolves in this army. They can't possibly be so cowardly as to run from Boris, can they? Gonna be interesting to see. In fact, just in case they actually attack Boris, let's level up Beledna Gospodar here, or one of many Belednas. Oh wait, we already have everything. So I guess we just get specialists and keep doing what we're doing. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, game. And there's nothing to build. Oh, right. I was like, wait a second. Didn't we have something to be buildable at Uzkalak for this entire campaign? But no, we do have this. It's just that because it's under siege, that's a problem. Also, we were able to destroy Scrag's army over at Prague, so the place can continue to defend itself, though we are still taking, unfortunately, some attrition from the plague. There's still several scraggy armies around, which is also kind of a problem, as this guy might just move in and try to siege us. On the bright side, though, by virtue of the fact that we keep if we can keep destroying these armies... Oh, there's another full stack here? Damn. Okay, so they might hit us with 2 more full stacks, eh? And this time we're more hurt and we won't have our friends to help us out. Well, I guess we'll see. Anyway, what I was saying was, as long as we keep taking out these armies, the good thing about all that is going to be the fact that we will lower the power of this faction in general, which will mean, hopefully, our allies will continue actually fighting back or pushing back. On top of that, by virtue of our war with them, a lot of these friendly factions will like us even more, because obviously we will do damage to enemies that they hate. Anyway, I believe that's about it. We're already recruiting with you, yes? Oh, no, we can't, because this is... Damn. Can't even recruit what we want until this is gone. Alrighty, fine, next turn. Let's just double check what we have here. Novgo Marashkin. Who are you and why are you here? You have Vanguard. I think we were just using you to close down rifts, but it's probably going to be a while until we get another rift, so is there any real use to you right now? You're costing us 293 per turn. I think we could just summon another one. Yeah, you know what, screw it. Goodbye. There we go, that's a little bit better.
I must hide my discomfort.
Alrighty, what about you? Marat Pojarski. You were moving somewhere, although I can't for the life of me remember where and or why. It might be because you have tax collector, but you're costing 300, and I sincerely doubt that you're going to be able to make 300 money. We could just get rid of you as well, in my opinion. I mean, because we could always just get these guys back. It's not like we really need them here. I can't for the love of me remember why I was removing you down here. It's not like we... I mean, I guess temporarily we could put you down here to get that extra cleanse corruption, but is it worth to be constantly negative for this? I don't think it is. You know what, screw it. You're going away. Goodbye. None of those, please. We'll get a better one. Alright, perfect. And I believe there was one more that was in here. Oh no, this guy died from the plague, yes. I remember that now. I guess we could build another one here, considering we just got rid of 2. Corruption, aggressive, and intelligent, just to have one in this army. Though the problem there is he's only at level 1, which is kind of garbage, obviously. Also, we need to get you some spells. Let's get you Ice Maiden Kiss, definitely Ice Sheet, because it's quite useful. And while I would love to get the Frost Shield ability. It's quite useful, but I feel like if we're going to get attacked by more Scrag forces, we probably want to get Death Frost so we can maybe target a single unit like Scrag himself, or possibly like one of the Stonehorns. I think that's the better way to do it. And we'll get Frost Shield next if we possibly can. Do we also want to recruit a little bit more? I mean, if we don't get sieged, perhaps we do. Regular Kossars are fairly cheap at 120, and they do still have range damage available to them. I'm tempted to just get a couple of these. There you go. Get a couple of those if you can recruit them, and if you can't, well, you can't. We could also just try to get some regular Cossars out of the global recruitment available as well.
I deserve protection.
Yeah, I just want it so that Scrag can't take Prague. Prague makes us so much money that it would be very, very bad, obviously. Is this enough? I also don't want to go, like, crazy negative in terms of income, considering we just got positive again, and this is going to push us into negative already. Whatever, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Plus, we got more territories coming in. Anyway, let's end the turn. Let's see if anything interesting happens. I really would like to see if these guys are going to attack us. Go. No, it looks like they are indeed going to be cowards, and they're going to run away. I'm really starting to... Oh, what? They're going to push one army for... Whoa, Grizguts, you're here. What the heck is this? He moved past all of these territories into the middle of ours. Well, that's fascinating. I really wasn't expecting that. It's also kind of annoying because... some of our territories here are not going to be all that great at defending themselves, although Silver Pinnacle should be fine at this point. It also means that you can't recruit right now. Go back, let's say, to... Where could you possibly go from here? You could go for Seaport. These places are probably safe. Ooh, you also, Steel Tech. Ah, but another failure. Finally, success. Oh man, yeah, so where are we gonna put you at? Let's put you into Uskalani for now. I wonder where these guys are going. Oh, the AI behaves so freaking weirdly in this game. What is this? They're not raiding. Well, I guess the orcs are in a raiding camp, but still. I guess they are raiding, but you know. Anyway, let's get you, Uragni. Are you telling me you can't reach this? Yeah, it looks like you're a little bit too far away. Alright, fine, go to raiding camp, or raiding stance and go here. Get a little bit of cash and attack Mount Gunbad next turn. It's not like it's going to be able to defend itself, so it should be easy auto-resolve there, and then we can move on. Then, the key thing here is that Boris auto-resolve this pathetic little force to death. And yeah, I mean, I guess we could fight it. Close victory. Really? I mean, I guess they do have a lot of range, but we have Bear Cav. Alright, fine, we'll fight it. I guess we'll fight it. We're just gonna have to make sure that we use the garrison forces to not take too much damage on Boris's, because we want to have him keep on chasing enemy forces around. Alright, well, send him out in battle it is then.
Think of your partners, your children, your proud homeland. This is why we fight.
Yes, indeed. But why do the rebellious jerks here fight? Because there's corruption and all that sort of stuff? I always find it interesting that rebellious forces can be extremely strong. Like, these guys have so damn many Streltsy in their army. I don't remember how many it is, but it's all Streltsy and armored Cossars. In fact, 100 turns in or so, they have a more elite army than Uragni does, and I don't know about the expense, but they might even be more expensive than Boris's army. The Warbear Riders are reduced by half. Oh, you can't see the cost here, but yeah. I always find it interesting how the rebellious armies are, you know, well, not all, it's not like they are always very powerful, sometimes you get very weak ones, but it's a little bit odd to see this, although to be fair, it is at our capital, so perhaps if they're rebellious forces from our capital, but it's not like we lose money. I don't know, I'm just musing on exactly how rebellions function here. Anyway, I do expect this battle to be quite easy. We do have our garrison forces which are coming in and are going to hit the enemy from the sides. We've also split up our Warbear Riders into two separate formations. These guys are going to go around and hit all of these units on their enemy flanks. Boris is going to charge straight up the center. All the while, in the meantime, the enemy Lord is getting hit by the shots from our Little Grom. If you could just stop missing Little Grom, that would be swell. Also, the garrison that comes in here is fairly decent. We got Tsar Guard, we got Streltsy, we got 4 units of Ice Guard, as well as a Patriarch on a Warbear. Huh. I find it interesting that the Patriarch is on a Warbear and the Lord is not. Mikhail Razov Boyar. Yes, but anyway, we are... Oh, look, our Griffin Legion have charged in, and they are going to annoy some armored Cossars over here. I kind of missed the charge, but honestly, it's not a big deal because it doesn't really matter, and the vast majority of the battle is going to be the charge of the bears into the enemy army. Honestly, we don't even really need the garrison here. We could have won this pretty easily just by directly charging our warbears into the enemy ranks, which is exactly what we're about to do. Here they come. I mean, these are all Streltsy and armored Cossars, but, you know, we got armor-piercing damage on these warbear riders, so I don't see too much of a problem there. And so many of the, like, Kislev shields, and I just realized that the back of the armor on the... on a lot of the Streltsy also says Kislev on it. Everything just has to say Kislev. It's all about that Kislev. And there we go, warbears charging into that main line. The same thing going on over here, although they don't charge nearly as far through the, I guess, braced, great weapon armored Cossars as they do through the Streltsy. More warbears plus Boris moving in. At this point, we've also disabled our little Grom from firing on the enemy lord because Boris can head directly towards him, and Boris is in the middle of all this. There's that little shot from that little Grom. I guess it was trying to hit this guy, but okay, maybe not so disabled, but it will be. Oh, I look like it rolled over the bear's paw. Okay, now I feel bad. Really like the dual axes. But also that's Uragni thing. That's a Uragni thing. Only Uragni's allowed to have dual axes. That's actually a pretty nice animation. This bear falls down at the same time, but yeah, there we go. It charges in, and as we can see, the balance of power, well, I guess it was already pretty much in our favor, but the enemies have started to take a lot of damage, and we have started to take basically none, at least via our main army. We got one loss of a warbear. No, actually, they just damaged. Oh, they got countercharged by winged lancers here, which is why they actually took some damage. Fair enough. Fair enough, the Winged Lancers will lose that quite badly, especially because we do have the benefit of anti-large. Also over here, the Griffin Legion appear to have managed to destroy one of the units of armored Cossars, and they're just going to keep on fighting the Winged Lancers as they charge in. The Griffin Legion are a much cooler looking unit, even though it's very similar. It's just like well, I guess that is just like an upgraded version of these guys. Alrighty, and over here we got Zargard from our garrison also charging in and attacking enemy Cossars. They should be able to win that even though they are unbuffed by virtue of being a garrison force. Also our Ice Guard, as you can see, are shooting them ice bolts at enemy blobs of Streltsy. Now Streltsy are pretty heavily armored, but this seems like it's still a decent amount of damage coming in. However, this is 4 units of Ice Guard focusing on 1 unit, and it's still taking quite a while to bring it down, all things considered. I mean, if these were 4 units of Sisters of Avalorn, I am willing to bet that this unit wouldn't have survived more than a volley or 2 from 4 units. Although, obviously, Sisters of Avalorn are going to be a little bit more expensive than Ice Guard. I do think that Ice Guard are pretty expensive, though. I want to make that comparison there. Almost looked like that bear got brought down by our own war sleds that were firing. But anyway, it looks like the battle is just about over. It was a very, very simple one. At the very least, where Boris's units all charged in, the bears have obliterated the enemy army. You can see the flags there, all with nothing. There's a few enemy units left over on this flank where they're fighting the garrison, but well, there's not much left to it. There's that Patriarch waving his little... I don't know what that is. Is that incense? Is that one of those incense burner things? Can't quite tell, but I mean, what else could it be? I guess it could be some sort of magical ice object. Really can't tell what that is because of the particle effect there. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. And there we go. Just like that, the battle's over, and an easy one. It was barely even had to use half of our forces. We're even able to keep our Zargard, or Boris's Zargard, in reserve. And yeah, the bears cleaned house. The garrison took a little bit of damage, but you know, who cares? It'll heal up to full. I mean, I suppose it might get sieged again, especially if we abandon the area. But I still don't think that the enemy's gonna attack us. Even with it slightly damaged, we still have access to towers and all that sort of thing, so it's not all that concerning. I think the Griffin Legion took the most damage, but that's mostly because I made them fight in the trees here against several enemy units, and yeah, not all that surprising. And there we go. We tried to chase off as many units as possible, and we also got a Salyak's lullaby going on this blob of bears, if you're wondering why they're all together in a blob here. I'm just having fun. Little bear meeting. Bear moot. I don't know. Alrighty, well, obviously not a difficult battle. I'll call it a just-in-case cinematic battle, as in, what if we don't get a good battle this episode otherwise, because the enemy just keeps on running from us. We could get 1,500 money, or we could get a little bit of replenishment. We should replenish next turn just fine, so I guess we'll just take the money. There we go. Now this force, I believe, lives, and we have to still chase it down, which is not that much of an issue. Got another Knight Squire. Ooh, another Shield of Sacrifice. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Damage resistance plus 20, ward save area. I like that. Wait, we currently have our Shield of Sacrifice on this guy, on our Patriarch, and I like putting these things on the Patriarchs in general, because it feels right to me. So you're going to have one as well. And the reason I think that it feels right is because I'm stacking all of our auras on the... You want to get a Crown of Command? What do you currently have? Oh, you have the Step Hunter's Sword. Yeah, keep that, keep that. Great Bear Pelt. I can't believe this is an uncommon piece of armor that just adds perfect vigor. Yeah, you have Shield of Sacrifice. Gonna keep a theme going. Should also probably take a look at some of our other items in case... we want to get rid of some. I definitely don't want to get rid of those Fencer's Blades because they're quite useful. Also got to be careful about the Cornate Corruption, although... What's our corruption here? Oh, it's actually dropping. Yeah, you know what, let's not contribute extra Cornate Corruption to this. You can... You can equip that stuff if you need to later on. Oh, in fact... That might be a good idea. If we get sieged again at Prague, we give the Bane Spear to this Beledna but I'm so sick of that name. Might be another reason to get one of these Patriarchs going in here as well, just to be able to do that, i.e. transfer the corn weapons there. Alrighty, well, we'll see. We will certainly see. Is there anything else that we need to do this turn? Oh, right, Boris. You know what? You need to chase armies down. I don't think you can reach this one. But what you can do is go right here and pop yourself into ambush stance. They don't know you're here, so maybe they'll move back to Uzkalak, and then they'll die. Or maybe they'll siege something else, and then they'll die. Because Boris will kill them. I'm not confident that Grizguts can take over any of our walled settlements, and the only non-walled settlement that exists is Kazit Irkulaz, I believe. Could really just get walls here. It's really annoying to have one unwalled... Oh wait, Crack Peak is 2 turns. Can you reach it in 2 turns? I doubt it. No, he can't reach it in 2 turns. We're fine. Everything's walled up. Alrighty. It is annoying to have to build walls everywhere, though. Do we want to finally build this thing? Just so that it doesn't keep displaying here. It's 12k, which is insanity. But you know what? We're gonna have to make the investment at some point in time, so we might as well just do it now. Otherwise, wait, do we have our 3rd Ataman ready to go? No, we don't. Alrighty, I guess we have to take these provinces first. Ooh, also Atamans. I wanted to see... We currently have Atamans in what provinces? That doesn't really matter. It just has to be Zorn who's cool and any of the others. I was thinking that we gotta make sure that we have Atamans in the best money-making provinces. It's not really... doesn't look like it really matters right now. Man, we're making money everywhere, too. Also, wait, Cursed City, you're in the power of the Church for the corruption and the plague. Yeah, fine, keep that for now. What about you? You have relief columns in the Plain of Tsar. Let's switch you to Awaken the Land. Although, why is our control dropping so heavily? Rating -6 and collected income and difficulty level. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's probably going to cause another rebellion, but I don't care that much. Yeah, alright. Garrison Lord not moved, unassigned skill points. We'll skip that. Let's end the turn, and let us send either Yarogni to take a settlement, or Boris to actually get another fight. Oh, maybe I should have. Oh, I completely forgot to chase this little army down. It's gonna siege us. Well, actually, that might be a good thing. If you can use the little tiny sieging armies from our. Wait, we don't have a defensive alliance with the. Oh, because you're strength rank 30, which is actually not too bad, but not right now. Maybe later. What I was saying was, if that little army sieges again, maybe these guys. Aha. Wait, so you're raiding here. We might be able to reach her, maybe not, we'll see. But more importantly, this guy has come back up, and you are sieging, which means you can't siege. Which also means this army can't heal, but that might not necessarily be a bad thing. Yeah, Settlement Besiege, Uskalak, and Uskalani. Oh, you've sieged this? Bad idea, buddy. Ain't gonna go well for you. Boris. You should be able to kill this army. Wait. I can't actually tell which part of the... Huh. Where are you exactly? Are you on this side? Or are you on this side? Are we actually able to cross this river like this? You are, but I feel like... Yeah, this is really annoying. I feel like he's on this side, but I could be wrong. Because he came here, but what if he crossed the river? You know what? I feel like he's on this side. I'm gonna go here. We'll see if he crosses the river the other way.
Cut them down.
See what happens. And he is indeed going to cross the river. Okay, well, that's irritating. Because we can now not reach him anymore, I believe. Oh, wait, actually we can't. Just barely. But now we can also draw out the garrison. Oh, ouch. Ouch, buddy. And, oh, we get to fight both of them at the same time. Oh, amazing. So we don't get to draw out the garrison. Huh. Okay, well, this should be a damn fine battle, then. It'll be a lot more difficult than the last one we fought, since we don't have the garrison. I guess what I should have done is I should have attacked the orcs. I didn't expect that they would help each other. I don't expect them to be kind of enemies. But, yeah, what we could do is, what we should have done, rather, is attack the orcs, because they were the ones sieging, then we would have drawn out the garrison as well. But the orcs could have backed off, whereas these guys couldn't, to be fair. But anyway, sounds like a fun battle. Let's do it. Let's see how we can manage. I didn't even need to bother fighting that easy battle cinematically, eh? Oh well.
Kislev is the world's wall against chaos. Do not let it fall.
That was a very, very simple speech. I've heard much longer from ogres, which is kind of interesting considering they're supposed to be idiots. Anyway, I expect great things from this battle. This seems very, very fun. We are facing off against 2 full stacks and some damn nice units, at least in the Bearsenlings stack over here. Wait, is this Bjorn? I think it's Bjornlings. Bearsenling? I don't remember the name of this damn tribe, even though we've been fighting them for quite a while. Regardless, the Norskins have some nice stuff, including 2 mammoths and 2 skin wolf units, as well as some zerkers and all that sort of stuff. The enemy lord is on a chariot, and we are trying to fire our little Grom at it, though the trees... I was about to say are interfering. That went really wide, so that doesn't really matter. Anyway, the battle starts off with a duel between the enemy missile cav and our own missile chariots as they exchange guns and javelins across this little hill. This is also a choke point battle. Yeah, well, I mean, we fought in this particular territory many, many times before, as you guys recall, against the Skaven, against the undead as well, and there were many choke point battles. Once again, we return to our roots here with Boris as we keep on fighting over here. And there we go, knocking down a decent amount of enemy missile cav with our own war sleds, and they're taking a little bit of damage, but they're looking pretty good right now. I also summoned a snow leopard here, and I then completely forgot about it, but I was gonna tell it to countercharge the enemy, but then I decided that, well, it looks like the enemy is going to attack us anyway, so Boris can move in, while the missile sleds or the war sleds can keep shooting. And then we get the rest of our units to charge. Alrighty, Boris is situated, and here we go. The Zargard are moving in, and here come the mammoths, and here come the bears as well. There we go. Man, for some reason it feels like, well, I mean, no, not some reason, but it almost feels like the Norscan Warhounds, or Ice Wolves rather, feel like they almost belong with the Kislev faction, don't they, in some ways? I mean, imagine a force with lots of Norscan ice wolves and elemental bears. Like, they look like they belong in the same sort of deal. Maybe some snow leopards as well. Nah, snow leopards aren't as icy as all these guys. But yeah, they look really good. I'm willing to bet that there's going to be a rogue army at some point that uses forces from both, especially as I believe some northern imperial territories like Nordlanders and probably northern Kislevites as well are practically Norscan at this stage in the game anyway, or in the game and the lore. Actually, technically there is no stage in the lore because it's all dead, but you know what I mean. Although only for now. Anyway, the mammoths are in, and surprisingly, though they are damn good at dishing out damage to warbears, they're not doing a crazy amount here. We also got a Heart of Winter going down right into the enemy blob of enemies, even while the bears and the Zargard hold the line. But yeah, whoa, what the heck are you doing, camera? Huh, that was weird. Camera just went up. But anyway, our war sleds, as you can see, are shooting at the mammoths who are trapped in warbears, which are once again anti-large, plus Boris over here as well. And it looks like the mammoths have decided that they want to know more of this and are going to rout while we keep pushing forward through this narrow choke point. Over in the side of the map, or whatever, the orcs have also arrived. We see the enemy warlord and a fairly decent blob, but once again, because it's a choke point and we have the advantage here, I don't really see them getting through. Our little Grom has also now switched targets and is going to start firing on that enemy warlord as it moves in, because it's kind of difficult to fire on these mammoths, because if you miss, you're going to hit your bears or your Zargard or something like that. And there we go. Yeah, it looks like the Norskins, at least the first... I was about to say the first wave, but it's not really a wave of Norskins so much as their first attack really did fail. And some of them will come back, but yeah, they got really badly beat up and we barely got damage. One of the other really strong things about fighting in a choke point like this for Kislev forces, at least when you have a Patriarch, is obviously you're able to use Salyak's Lullaby on essentially your entire blob of units. Therefore, keeping everybody topped up really does help quite a bit. And looky, the elephants or the mammoths are coming back once again. We are going to similarly charge them once again. A Spirit Leech going down from the enemy Troll Hag on our, or River Troll Hag, on our Warbear Riders as the orcs move in and start getting ready to support the Norscan Marauders. Nice. Enemies working together a little bit. Skinwolves are coming back. About half HP, but they still have 15 models alive, so good for them. Well, 14 now, 13 now, damn it. Alrighty, well, and the enemy lord looks like he wants to keep fighting. That's cute. These boar chariots? No, these are boar chariots. How many chariot versions does the orc faction have now that I'm thinking about it? Now they have boar chariots, they have pump wagons, they have not spider, wolf chariots. Probably missing something. Well, I suppose there's several variants of the, pump wagons, which are sort of chariots. Sort of. Chariot-like. But I suppose you could say the same thing about war sleds as well. Chariot-like. Anyway, it looks like the enemy lord, rather than fighting with his army, decides, interestingly enough, to go for our artillery with his flying mount, which is pretty damn nice. I fully expect that to happen. Oh, did they change the look of these guys? Huh. I feel like these guys look different. They look more reptilian than they did before. Do they not? Am I crazy? Huh. Damn crazy, whatever. Anyway, just as a player would, they decide to go for our little Grom. Unfortunately for them, we react to it fairly quickly by running in a single unit of Warbear Riders to surround and rip this war boss apart. Anti-large and completely surrounded by these guys who have taken very little damage. He's gonna have a bad time. We also have our war sleds chasing the enemy mammoth and any other units that have essentially broken through our lines to rout this way. Otherwise, the other enemy mammoth is shattered, and I think that the rest of the Norskins will soon follow suit, and it will just be the orcs. And there are still quite a few orcs trying to fight here. but I don't think that they have enough armor piercing other than this one unit of Black Orcs that they have here. At least it's nice that they do have Black Orcs. I really don't think they have enough armor piercing to do anything about our Bear line or possibly even our Zargard line. Good luck getting through that. And I think one of the nice things about having the Zargard together with the Warbears is the same essential effect that you have when you're playing Ogres, right? You have your Nobblers who are fighting in between the spaces that are not occupied, or in the spaces rather that are not occupied by said Ogres. The giant Ogres get in each other's way constantly, and so do the Warbears, and thus getting a few extra Zargard units in there can help them fill up any spaces that are not being used, as obviously the Cav can move through the infantry, and yeah, I think that does work, and it's yet another reason to keep those Warbear, or those Zargard rather, in the fight. Plus, they can hold the line quite well. Also, now we are getting another Heart of Winter going down on this blob of enemy orcs, and I do imagine that once this thing runs its course, the enemy army should be pretty much done. The enemy lord also decided to rout after taking so many shots from our or from so many hits rather from our Warbears, and is now being chased off like that mammoth was chased off and shot down by our Warsleds. Just this alone makes it pretty worth it in my opinion. Ah, that orc falling down. Sorry, buddy. They don't have much of an animation when they hit the ground like that, do they? I feel like it should look different. But anyway, well done to the Warsleds for chasing down that enemy lord. That's going to cause a morale shock to the enemy force as well, plus the massive morale shock that's going to happen once the Heart of Winter runs into its third stage and dishes out even more damage, like so. And there we go. Just after its third stage, the enemy army decides that they want no more part of this, or at least a good portion of them do. Indeed, I do believe that is the battle. Well done, everybody. Man, this Chokepoint battle has... it's certainly gifted us a lot of victories, hasn't it? Quite advantageous. Little Grom firing on that River Troll Hag, who is also routing. Slowly running away. Huh, why did it turn around, I wonder? Alrighty, well, there we go, guys. Let's see. We lost ourselves less than 50 units, and the enemy lost, well, obviously, all of them. And, oh, look, the River Troll Hag actually turned around, and so did some of the orcs. Okay, well, I guess then the battle is not yet over, though it will be once we charge the enemy again. Yeah, charge your Boar Boy chariots into Warbear riders. It's gonna work out for you, I'm sure. Honestly, probably wouldn't even have worked out very well charging into Zargard. You don't want to use chariots to directly charge things in the first place. I guess with the possible exception of Hellflayers, they have a lot of mass, don't they? And I guess single blobby chariots like, well, not like Cetra, but yes, like Cetra, but he's a lord, so he doesn't count. But I mean, like an Exalted Seeker Chariot. Although, to be fair, my use of the Exalted Seeker Chariot, or at least Alurus, is mounted on them in my other campaigns. In the Kari and the Demon Prince have seen them take quite a lot of damage, so perhaps still not the way you want to use them. Which is one thing I do like about the Warsleds. They seem to be pretty okay in directly charging enemies as long as they don't stay in there and get trapped. I'm going to be very interested to see how the heavy Warsleds perform. Anyway, that second charge clearly didn't do much for the enemy orcs, as they broke pretty much immediately upon charging and us countercharging them. We also have our Warsleds chasing down enemy troops, which means they can charge them and they can fire at the same time, which means they're fairly good at chasing enemies. I'm actually curious. I wonder if the Warsleds are better at chasing than the Warbear riders. I wouldn't be surprised if they were, especially at chasing single targets. Killing off single target units sometimes quite difficult, like we've been trying to kill this frickin' little Night Goblin Shaman in the middle of this blob for like 2 minutes straight, and that was with all of our 3 heroes, including Boris, plus all of our units of Zargard, all attacking that one unit, and it was just so difficult. Whereas the Warsleds, when they chase, since they shoot that armor-piercing damage at the same time, they can do quite well, as we saw when they chased down that mammoth and when they chased down that enemy Orc Lord. But anyway, I believe that's it. It's a close victory. Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see the close victory. Where is that even coming from? It's not like we had a lot of ammunition on our forces. Why would you say this? Maybe it's because we expended a lot of mana using 2 Hearts of Winter, but I'm willing to bet there's not been a lot of damage here. Let's see what it is. Wow, yeah, we barely took any damage at all there. 47 losses, mostly Zargard, a few bears, and that's about it. Some damn impressive work by the light war sleds. I do find them quite effective at chasing enemies down. Plus, they killed that enemy lord. Plus, they were doing quite a bit of damage to those mammoths as well. 11,000 damage on one of them, I think. Other than one bear unit, one Warbear rider, it actually beat all the other Warbear riders, so I think the War Sleds are once again doing quite well. They're about on par with what we expect. Zargard are holding the line, and that's exactly what they were supposed to do. Quite valuable in those choke points there, and once again, while I don't feel that we need them in this army, it's mostly just for flavor, if nothing else. We could sacrifice the captives for 30, we could take 1,500 money yet again, which might be the pick here. I mean, it's not like we get too much use out of that devotion at this stage in the game. Yeah, fine, let's just go pardon captives. More money. And there we go. And while the Orc army will survive, the other army will not. Lovely. All right, enemy killed in battle. That's great for you. And yes, so we got an obsidian amulet that is kind of useless. Hey, a servant. Nice. Alrighty, well, Boris, now here's the question for you. If you move into March stance right now, would you be able to reach this guy? No, I think just barely. Not able. Wait. Yeah. I was thinking that we'd have Beledna Gospodar essentially go after this guy. Well, now his army's broken and he can't siege anything, so I think we're good. Boris, you still have 19 units. Beledna, time to try recruiting again. Wait, global. Zornus, cool. Oh, it's under siege again. Damn it. I shouldn't have let them say, nah, but then these guys would have just sieged it. It wouldn't have changed anything. Nah, fine. Just let them siege it. It's all good. We'll move Boris back there, and then we'll start recruiting again. Hopefully you don't then get... You know what? Let's move you to Fort Dorjany Fort so that these guys can't then siege Uskalani and prevent you from recruiting from there. Because that would be irritating as well. Otherwise, at the high pass, you need to get yourself another farm estate. And anything else that's important here? Now I'm thinking this place looks pretty good now. Well done, High Pass, well done. And you're actually generating a decent amount of cash as well. Also, are we for dodge? We got another 6 turns remaining. Okay, so that's fine. You, try to steal again. Another success. Wow, what the heck, Beledna? The failure turning into the, whatever the opposite succeeder. I don't know. Whatever the opposite of failure is. I wouldn't know, guys. I'm laughing, but it's a sad laugh. Assault unit, assassinate. Let's go for assassinate, just in case, because there's a hero here who might try to kill you, and maybe we should try to do the exact same thing to them first. You have a servant as well. I just want to double check that there isn't an ancillary that can help prevent you from dying. Vagabond, a line of sight. You know what? You could use a Vagabond. Smuggler, Ritual Enforcer, Enemy Hero Success. Oh, you already have one of these. So wait, no, that's Enemy Hero Success Chance. Wait, what? Do we have something that gives you positive success chance? Oh, Knight Sword also gives you enemy hero success chance. Alrighty, so that's minus 18%. That's pretty good. I just want something that increases her success chance, that she stops dying constantly. That would be tops. Otherwise, ooh, we have an Ataman choice. So what do we have here? 2 control or 2 recruit rank for infantry. We have no recruitment buildings in this province, therefore we put the province first. There we go. Alrighty, well done to you, buddy. And what do we got going on in here? Wait. They didn't siege you? Why? Huh. Okay, I'm shocked, but, you know, it's a good shock. Yeah, that's nice. And our money also increased by virtue of the fact that this market is finished. We just gotta get the, Prague up to a higher level. Also, maybe we increase the money making now. Switch to that since we don't need the, we don't really need the hero recruitment cost or corruption reduction. We don't have any corruption here. I guess now could be a time to summon one of these guys, but ironically I don't like any of these guys in here now. Huh. And the reason I was thinking that we summon this guy right now because he starts at level 3 instead of at level 1. I mean, I guess we could get an aggressive one that's a fighter, but honestly, I wanted like a headman or a vanguard, or I forget the name of the things. The things that buff the army. When defending, especially. I guess we'll have to wait. I don't want to spend money to summon these guys just to like... Actually, whoa! I did not realize they basically cost nothing to summon. Oh, never mind. Wait. I did not realize that at all. You know what? Cancel this. Keep with this. What we're going to do is we're going to summon all 3 of you here, and we're going to delete you. Yeah, they're basically free. Delete. Hey, Patriarch of Kislev. Recruit and delete. Strongholder. Strongholder is what I wanted. Absolute Devo. Absolute Devo indeed, friendo. And that's about it. Alrighty, well, we got one more turn to end, though we are out of time. It has certainly been an expensive, eventful, not expensive episode. Then, wait. Let's just have you take it. You know what? I think I'll just call it here. We'll just auto-resolve Mount Gunbad, take it, and then call this. This should be auto-resolvable, yes. More XP for Uragni. Finally, Uragni is able to take the fight to the enemy. And this should be quite nice for us. Armor-piercing weapon damage, and there we go. Mount Gunbad, just like that, is ours. We start with an Orthodoxy Chapel, which I guess we might as well keep. We should also probably build walls here immediately. Do we want to collect income? You know what? Might as well. It's not a lot, but we'll be taking all of these territories. Anyway, as I said, gonna call it here next time. Boris gonna keep running around, taking out the enemies that dare to invade his territories, at least for the next 10 to 20 turns. Wait, I think it's next 10 turns. I don't remember when we came back. The rift just shut down, but I think it's every 30 turns, and the roar was at like 90, so we got like 10-ish more turns, or maybe 15 if we're lucky, to do this. So what I'm hoping to achieve over the next episode is A, to keep killing all these armies, but also to start properly taking territories down here, and we'll see if that works out next time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and or a comment to support the channel. It really does help. Wait, that was my old sign-off. Damn it! Friendly neighborhood heretic, comments, likes, whatever. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching. Damn you, muscle memory.